And today we want to test out our high definition waterless car wash. And so this van here, as you can see, all the dirt that's on here. And we let it sit out in the sun on purpose to show you how effective this chemical is without any use of any water. It's going to look like, this is high definition, so it's going to look like I've been buffing this thing for 3 days. I'm going to give you an overall view of the van, how dirty it is. I'm going to go ahead and bang this out about 30 minutes or so. Then I'm going to show you my after video.
See the dirt all over it? Yeah, looks horrible. Looks horrible. Man. Pretty bad, yeah. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Yeah, buddy. Shut that hood. Back up a little good. View of it. Yeah, nice clarity. Nice clarity. Yeah, I think it looks awesome. I think it looks awesome.
Hey, welcome back. This is Prince, Beast Mode Marketing, Grind Time TV, where we talk about different strategies on how to get you more money with your mobile auto detailing business. So today, what I like to talk about is executive detailing, right? I have this, it's a new pitch, baby, a whole new pitch, right? But you're gonna love this. Executive detailing. Let me tell you what happened. I think this happened last year. It was winter, and we had just had an ice storm, okay? So the roads wasn't like the best condition to go out and detailing cars and stuff like that. And my wife told me that she didn't want me going out detailing cars, right? And I'm like, why not? She's saying because, you know, the roads are bad and, you know, it's snowing. And I was like, yeah, but somebody want their car detailed. Right? I got to make sure the customer's right. She would say, I don't care. You cannot drive. I said, cool. I won't drive. She said, and I'm not going to take you. I said, cool. I don't need you to take me, right? So what I did, I put together a little kit, a small kit that I can take with me, because I call Uber. I call Uber, and I went and detailed that customer car in their garage while it was snowing, right? Then I called Uber back, all right? Now, the customer mind was blown out the way, like blown out of this world. Like, oh my God, this dude showed it. Like, I called 10 companies and no one answered the phone. And even if they did answer the phone, they're not coming out here in this kind of snow. And you came anyway. Now, I charged a nice little penny for that. Like, don't get it twisted. It wasn't for free. A nice little penny, but I solved the problem with, you know, keeping everybody happy. All right. Now, my wife thought that was like, you know, that's kind of like cheating, whatever. It was smart. It was smart. It was brilliant. So I want to go into the executive package of what I put together. Number one, I did this without a vehicle. All right. So you guys out there complaining that, you know, I get calls all the time. Yo, Prince, I want to start my auto detailing business, but I ain't got no car. I ain't got no truck. I ain't got no van. I ain't got nothing. Right. I'm telling you, I did this without a car and with the very minimum of chemicals and equipment, the very minimum. All right. Now, I use Uber and Lyft. All right. Because based upon the time of day will determine who's going to give you the best deal for where you're going. All right. So I decided to put this to test. All right. And what I found out is that I can move a lot faster than the average detailer. One, because I don't have a whole lot of equipment to pack up. All of my stuff came together in a nice little suitcase. I had my vacuum cleaner, all of my chemicals. I'll go into exactly what I had in there, all right? And I was able to move faster than the average detailer. In other words, this is what happened. I'm going to break down the steps of, or rather the trips that I did, because I did 5 vehicles that day. I made 500, grossed 500 that day, and I got it done in like 7 hours. But I was moving from city to city. Okay, the only thing that slowed me down was I got to a bad vehicle, which is what we're going to talk about. And let's see, one of the appointments was a little far. All right, it was in another city, so that kind of slowed me down. Other than that, had I routed correctly, I would have been able to get those cars done probably in 4.5 hours. All right, 4.5 to 5 hours. And $100 an hour is not that bad for an auto detailer. All right, so I'm gonna give you the game. I'm gonna give you all the tips on what I did in order to get this done. Check this out. All right, there's a few things you need to have, all right, to do the executive detailing. Now, oh, by the way, I didn't even get to the good part to tell you about the executive detailing. When I detailed the executive detailing, I call it the rock star detailing in the beginning because I was going out in a motorcycle jacket. I was the cool detailer, right? I might show up in a Nissan Rogue and leave in a Nissan Maxima, right? I might show up in a Lexus whatever and leave in a daggone BMW, right? And I was wearing like my my motorcycle jacket. It was cool, shades on, real cool. But then I decided to switch it up and start going for higher end money. Right now, that money was cool, but I want the easy cars, right, and the people who have the disposable income, right, who are our clients. And we're gonna get into that. All right. Now, one thing that you gotta have, I work my way around it, but you gotta have power. All right, that's one thing you gotta have to your arsenal. Now, what I've done is I just simply ask the customer, hey, is there power there that I can plug my extension cord into? Now, if they say, no, there's no power there, this is a company, I don't have no power out there, or they usually say, well, let me check. And you tell them, hey, well, I have a 100-foot extension cord if that's possible. Now, if they don't have power, either you can reject the job altogether, or you can get an inverter. Now, the inverter can be plugged into the customer car, all right? Whether or not you want to do it is totally up to you. It's totally up to you. It's no different than having one of those car vacs, all right? Because really, the power is only for the vacuum cleaner and a buffer, if you're going to use a buffer, all right? And, of course, I got my drill, all right? I have a drill that comes with the main package, the big package, that you could, if you're shampooing carpets, all right? So that's the only issue, all right? So dealing with power is one thing. Now, Harbor Freight has this little generator. It's about yay big, small, right? You can pick it up. I mean, if you lift weights, you can probably pick it up with one hand like this. It's nothing, right? Probably only weighs 60 pounds. Right? The only problem with it is, one, it's from Harbor Freight, so you never know when that junk gonna break down. 2, it carries gasoline, all right? So that's an issue there, all right? Anything else, like I've seen battery-powered buffers, but they run out of charge, so you gotta charge them up. I've seen battery-powered vacuum cleaners, but they only last 4 hours, then you gotta charge it up. All right, so you have those issues that you have to deal with. All right, so having power there helps out. And what I do is when the customer call me, I make sure they have power there. If they don't have power there, then we just won't be doing the cars. Or we'll figure something else out. Because there's no big deal, there's not, let's say this. Based upon how I structure based upon how I structure the details. So I'm doing a boat, 10 cars at one time. All right, we trying to get $1,000, right? One person can do 10 cars. We're not talking about the super duper extreme magnanimous detail. We're not talking about that. We're talking about a very good car wash for $100, a very good one, right? And if you don't believe people pay for it, then you probably need to just go to another channel, man. People pay $100. I do $100 car washes all the time. All right, people pay for it. All right. So once you have 10 cars lined up, one guy can do this by himself. All right. Like I said, the only issue is the power. Now, I ran power out of commercial buildings. They really don't care. They just want their cars clean. Whether or not you want to feel funny because I don't have no generator, you can feel funny about it all day long, right? But this is how we do it, right? This is how we structure the business, all right? You need to have power, right? You also need to have water. And I'm going to tell you why. Not that much water, just a little bit. Just a little bit. And I'm going to tell you why. The reason why the customer need to have water is because, I mean, this is what happened to, I'm not going to get into it. All right. The customer need to have water because I carry small concentrated bottles. Small concentrated bottles. And I carry a few spray bottles with me. So I can take a little bit, add a little bit of water to it, and I have this much. Take a little bit, add a little bit of water to it, and now I have this much. All right, and I can detail as much as I want, and whatever I have left over, I can save it, give it to the customer, or just simply toss it. Toss it. That's it. All right, but you want to be able to have a little bit of water just in case you really, really need it. All right. All right, let me break down my arsenal. All right, this is what I had with me when I went out to do the executive details without a car. Without a vehicle, all right? We're talking about without a vehicle, all right? I had my apron, all right? That way, you know, I don't get dirty, all right? I have on a suit. I didn't have on a suit. I had jeans on, and I had on a dress shirt with a tie, all right? Because I'm casual, like Casual Friday, you know? Casual Friday, all right? And one of the reasons I did that is because I'm going in places detailing cars, and when I'm going to detail the cars, other people are asking, so because I'm detailing this car with no water. That's number one. Number two, I got on a tie. That's attractive. That's going to attract people right to your guy who you got detailing for you. Because the way I had this set up is, now when I did it, I had to do the experiment on myself to make sure it works. All right, I had to do the experiment on myself to make sure it works. Now that I know that it works, now you can hire someone to run, not so much run the company, but yeah, let's say run the company. Let's say run the company, just so it can keep running the company, because you want to be able to get money. You want to be able to run the company with almost doing nothing. It's sort of like having a robot, all right? It's like creating a detailer that's a robot, and he's able to go anywhere within the city or outside of the city based upon the distance and how much the actual detail.
Thank you for watching, and this is Prince with Beast Mode Marketing. Click the link below to learn more about the executive detailing package. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Till next time, grind time. Prince, Beast Mode Marketing. The Detailing Beast magazine, written by Ty Prince. I'm going to give you the opportunity to become one of the greatest detailers your city has ever seen. You will be a powerhouse, a force to be reckoned with, a local celebrity in your field. You will have clients lining up from all across the city, state, and perhaps even the world. Order your page, quarter page, or half page now. Prince, Beast Mode Marketing. Click the link below to learn more, or call 919-972-8063 to learn more about how you can get in our auto detailing magazine and conquer the world. Prince, Beast Mode Marketing.